jump in right now because there's some interesting picks coming through. It's going to be NoPing with the IO Tiny choice. They really stick to their guns when it is considering that IO. But SG pick the Tide Hoodwink pretty early to pick up, most of the time, just in general, to pick up the Tide, to be fair. But it is a very good lane combo with the Hoodwink.
Yeah. I think NoPing really values Wisp that much because Duster really like to play the Zero. But I don't like these openings like Tiny Wisp. I really don't enjoy Tiny during the first phase. I think the hero, you can counter it on very, very, very different ways. You have Hood and Tide, who is a solid, strong opening. And maybe, just maybe, you can flex this Tide Hunter to position 5 in order to rearrange the draft, but I don't think SG is going to do this.
I hope that it's a tiny mid. I've seen Sooths play the tiny mid before. Definitely like that it's a flexible hero. I'm not the biggest fan of the tiny save. Even though, you know, with the IO on paper it should be amazing, but you know that Parker's gonna pick. Like, TB is still available, for instance. You're gonna pick up some very nasty hero for Parker, and he's just gonna farm until you can't do anything against him.
That's the basic, what can I say? Man, what's the word? That's a basic premise for carry. You just farm and just make sure you win the game for your team. That's
True.
the plan for SG.
True, it's a very simple plan, but a very effective one to boot. But yeah, the tiny it feels like it's lacking something when it comes to the late game. Like, normally it tends to do like a 1-2 pump. Lich though, okay, Lich, Hoodwink, Tide, they have a lot of team fight on the side of SG. A lot of very scary team fight.
10 seconds.
Yeah, you have Lich, you have Tide. Really?
Even the Hoodwink, like the Bushwhack late game can be very nasty. The Shard can also be a little bit annoying to deal with. And a possible break if need be. Snapfire. Are we good? I mean, they already picked up Tide, so I don't really expect a Timber, but you never know. Could be. Oh, Weech does play. No, they picked up Lich, so you're not going to play Tide 5.
10 seconds.
What's your thought on the Snapfire choice here?
5 seconds.
It helps the lane to be stronger, but they don't have a synergy to someone to play with Snapfire. Like, I don't think Tiny wants. What?
Okay.
Hello?
No,
So
I
you have-
want your professional analysis. Why the Wind Ranger here?
Man,
10 seconds.
I have limited skills. I don't have a crystal ball. What? Wind Ranger off lane, maybe? Snapfire off lane? Wind Ranger mid? What's going on?
I'm quickly gonna check in the last 3 months. Have they played Wind? Let's see. I can't see if they've even played Wind Ranger in the last. I will have to quickly scour that out because I have no idea if like Suze plays it or if it's a sexy fat hero or if they're gonna make this a position 4 because they haven't really played this. So if they don't really play this, my assumption is it's from the new guy. And then you'd have like a Wind Ranger position 4, which I could slightly get more behind. Oh, there's a Parker hero.
Oh.
That's a Parker hero. That or TB. That was kind of left. Or anti-mage, but, you know, this game you don't really necessarily want to pick anti-mage. Yeah, this, I don't really know the game plan here for NoPing. And SG is just like, most of the time, farm up like crazy and go ham.
I really enjoyed the Morphling pick. Like, this zero is pretty decent. I think it's a good game for Morphling too. I don't think NoPing has too many ways to deal against Morphling.
Dyer's turn to ban.
And they need to pick something that is decent.
That's usually the way it works. Against the Morph. I mean, right now, the thought in your mind would probably be either you need a Scotty builder, or you need a Chivas builder, or... I mean, Spirit Vessel can be built up on like a Wind Range or something, but you need some way to deal with all the healing regen on the Morphling. And of course, the most obvious one is you go AA mid, right?
Nah. I think if you just pick AA mid, you just lose the game instantly.
And has zero faith in the AA mid. I'm very disappointed. It's that shirt that you're wearing. It's clouding your judgment.
Maybe.
NoPing. Okay. What hero do they pick? I don't even know what their lanes are gonna be. Like, it's all strange. Duster IO plus could be a Tiny, could be something else. Snapfire Pulse 4 could be an offlane Snapfire and a Wind Range. I honestly expect the Wind Ranger to be position 4 right now, because they haven't picked or banned Wind Ranger at all, and it's gonna be the Ursa.
Ursa? It helps. It has good lane against Tide.
Diffusal Ursa then, I guess?
Poggers?
I mean,
Who's going offline here, DK?
10 seconds remain.
I'm thinking Snapfire. I'm thinking this is a position for Wind Ranger.
5 seconds remain.
I'm probably wrong, but I'll take the L on that one. Because I don't necessarily know the heroes that El Micho is too comfortable with. Fuck, last pick. Okay, so there's like one side has stupid amounts of team fight. It is actually a Wind Ranger mid. It is a 4-position Tiny and an offlane Snapfire. They changed it up even worse than I expected.
Mid laner Wind Ranger. Okay, that's new for me. Like, are we on 2018 maybe? There's like, I love. Don't get me wrong, please. Wind Ranger is one of my favorite heroes of Dota. I really enjoy the hero.
Tell that to Sir Action Slacks.
But I think this hero is just mega trash right now, especially on this patch. Like, everything on the hero just sucks. The shard, okay, it's okay, but that's it. I don't think she can farm. I don't think she scales anymore. I think the Axe is really dog. This game she needs BKB earlier, otherwise she can't play the game. Like, she doesn't have. If she doesn't have BKB, I don't know. This Wind pick. I mean, it's good against Tide and decent against Morphling, but Morphling is also good against Wind because she can just replicate Wind. I don't know, DK. I don't know.
I mean, this just feels like you ask your teammates, what is the hero you want to play right now? What are you comfortable with? And they, he says Wind Ranger. It's like, okay, you play Wind Ranger. It's not, as you said, a hero you see too often this patch. I am looking very forward to seeing what he can do, but NoPing are not really playing a draft that can take this game late. Like, they are definitely in a rough spot when it comes to anything team fight or related. They also went for a Tiny position 4, which I have still seen a couple of times, but not really that often.
Tiny position 4, it's something that we've seen a couple of times, but I don't think it's that great, like I said. I think has some problems, you know. Um, I feel like NoPing just um
30
how can I say,
seconds and counting.
just mix up some things on the draft. It's too many things going on at the same time.
Um, yeah, I kind of agree. The draft is all over the place lately. But hey, we can get surprised. I have been surprised by strange drafts being absolutely disastrous to deal with before. Like, you win the laning stage,
10
it
players
does become pretty rough for the heroes, especially for like a Puck. Like, if she has a bad lane, it's rough for her to play. Same thing with the Wind Ranger, to be fair. If Sooth has a bad lane, like, Wind Ranger is terrible to catch back up and farm, because her farming capabilities are, well, lackluster, to say the least. Parker on the morph. Of course, he's gonna just love life. The old classic Parker way. Who do you think? What lane do you think is gonna have the most action? Is it gonna be the Parker lane again?
I don't think they can kill Parker on bottom. They can kill Widge, but I think we are going to see some action on the mid lane and top.
Amisha actually went for toss level 1. He's looking for to catch someone off guard. Maybe toss him underneath the tower, because it is pretty easy to yeet some. Oh, he tried, but got a creep, unfortunately. I madly respect the attempt. Unfortunately, did not pay off.
You gotta try, you know.
Well, the mid matchup is how many, like, you of course being the mid expert, who is the more favored of the two, the Puck or the Wind Ranger?
I played this matchup a really long time ago, but I think Puck can just dodge all the power shots with the phase shift. I think it's a player-based matchup. Whoever plays well
Ooh, top
will
lane.
manage.
And bottom lane.
Okay.
LTH almost dies top. And bottom lane, it was Weege getting first blooded. Well, they're making it hurt in the lanes at the very least, but Ardio is going to die in return. Or is he? Duster there with the little bit of healing that he has with him at the moment. But yeah, they definitely need to send in some couriers with regen. Or Duster needs to die. Bushwhack does not connect. Oof. Top lane is starting to look rough without regen.
The lane is super pushed. This is bad for them.
Yeah, you've also got the gush from Eco, so there's a lot of damage that they can pump out onto Duster. All that minus armor in the lane is pretty rough to deal with most of the time. And Parker's actually just enjoying bottom. Like, there is technically kill potential, but they need to catch him off guard completely. Which is very rough to do with Weech just zoning out El Micho.
The radiant glyph is now active.
This is doing a pretty decent job in mid, though. XY pushed back. His bottle is empty. Needs to get himself a water rune in the process. And was also forced to level phase shift pretty early.
Yeah. We're just following our mission on the jungle. What's going on here?
We should just trying to play the juking game. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting affair. This is the most action all over the map. Elmisha's just rotating around, walking underneath 2 observer wards. We're just still chasing him. We're looking for that courier snipe, but won't be able to get it. They should have spotted out that Elmisha just placed the high ground ward. Water rune's gonna spawn, picked up by both sides, and that's pretty good for KXY. Was lacking in regen. They will go in, toss back. Weege onto Soothes he goes. It's actually surprising that Weege was still here. Almost taken down. Yes, he falls. And Suze gets a nice kill onto the Lich. How do they catch him? Regardless, top lane, RDO struggling a little bit in the farming game. Nice bushwhack from LTH. Hoodwink's such an annoying hero to lane against.
Yeah, it's super boring. Nothing going on in the game right now.
A little bit of Ras, but top lane's got tons of regen. You can't really kill the Tide. Can't really kill the Morphling. Like, you can't kill half of the people. El Misho, though, he's going to go for Weege, who's looking to be the third death of the game. And indeed, he dies 3 times so far.
Here's a carbon footprint for you.
Yeah, he can just die really easily on this lane. That's why I said they can't kill Morphling, but can abuse the kill Lich every time. So Lich is just feed him. And they know about that.
They're not getting that much advantage out of it, though. Parker's loving life, level 5. Pretty much free farm in the lane as well. Like, giving Parker free farm, that's always a very good thing to do. So the supports of NoPing are actually pretty decently farmed. Duster and El Misho, which is surprising because it feels like Duster just has to send in 50 pieces of regen the entire time. And El Misho's got his tranquils. So he's got all the regen he could ever need. Oh, mid.
On top? Oh, the damage.
Dies because LTH was helping out in mid securing the rune, but it is an arcane rune in the hands of the puck, which is also scary. And he's got a Dream Coil available, so he needs to be very careful. Like, yeah, the Weege is there, LTH is there. He's just gonna farm the creeps on the side. Should know something's up. There's the Dream Coil. They're going in. Bushwhack gets him connected, but the IO rotates in. Can he heal him up? Suze.
Oh,
big save from Duster. Absolutely huge.
Turn
Going
around.
onto LTH, takes him down. And a shackle shot onto 2 as well. Power shot onto Weege. In comes El Misho. Tosses him back. Weege is going to get taken down as well.
What a beautiful play.
That save, that rotation, that coordination, that is something they were missing in game 1 completely.
What a beautiful play from Suits. I mean, Duster just TPing right in time. Really well played. And on the mid, KXY. It's too deep.
Oh, KXY on the other side will, of course, be still full HP. Has his Dream Coil available to RDO top lane, though. Being bullied in the meantime. But yeah, it's still pretty hard to catch a puck.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
And Parker's, you know, while all of that's going on, Parker's just farming. He actually went for a Ring of Basilius on the Morphling. That's a weird item.
I think it's okay. He's spamming a lot with farm to farm. It's decent. Most of the carries are just going Basilius nowadays instead of going Falcon Blade or stuff like that. Even the Raindrop. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, I assume Parker knows what he's doing. I don't doubt about that. Amisha, though, he's gonna be dying.
There's no damage. Look at the bottom. I just TP.
Dire's middle tower.
Okay, you're gonna need to get, like... I mean, RDO is going Diffuser Blade, not too surprising. He needs... That is, like, the only tool they realistically have against a Morphling. They don't have really a Skadi builder either. Shiva's not really either. Like, they don't have any of the necessarily default counters to the Morph. Except for Diffuser Blade, of course. But nonetheless, it's not looking too shabby here. The early game went pretty A-okay. RDO is also neatly catching up in farm. Of course, the downside is he's still 1,000 gold behind Parker, who is now going to go for the tier 1 tower. Knows that bottom lane might be a little bit scary, and honestly, at this point in the game, he doesn't really have anything to fear from the Ursa in the lane. He's just going to head top, farm that up.
To their bottom tower. Structures are fortified.
Sexy Fat's going for the Aghanim Scepter Rush on the Snapfire. I'm looking forward towards some big old gobble yeets.
I think they need jumps. NoPing just lacks jumps this game. Parker going top is also very good this season because bottom tower is not dead. It's really sad when I'm playing carry like Ursa, these carries that have not very much potential to farm the triangle. To not take this bottom tower, you know? The game is just hard. You lost top, you can't take bottom. Oh, suits.
Dream Coil comes in, LTH rotates through, snaps the coil, there's going to be the stun. Suze does not have the wind run, does have a magic wand, can get away, and also has infused raindrops. Relocate save coming into play as well. Just for good measure, even though Suze was pretty much already out of harm's way, but gets fully regent and TP's back towards mid. Rejoin the lane in the meantime, Elmisho's on the side, but they do have a Hiko tied with Ravage available in mid as well, so you gotta be very careful. Ooh, that could have been a little bit spicy for KXY. Elmisho taking a heap of damage.
Every time KXY has an arcane,
you know, luck of the draw. Nice shackle. But yeah, you really need a BKB on the Wind Ranger to do pretty much anything at this point in the game.
and he needs BKB, he needs Maelstrom. It's a tough game. And Parker just right-click and creeps. The best thing that he can do.
He's not that far ahead though. A Sexy Fat on the Snapfire. He's got 2 pieces of the axe, and honestly, that axe is exactly the jump that you mentioned. Like a good catch, lot of damage, and you got a tiny to use it with. Like you can tiny airlines the tiny. Eco popping his Ravage though. Like okay, maybe if they were faster, but they were not the fastest rotation ever. Now you don't have much to fear for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, but you don't have much to fear, and you don't have much to do with it, you know? You don't have Ravage on Tide, but you can't push lanes, you can't go Russian right now. You can't push towers. I mean, NoPing lack tower damage so much. Who's going to hit towers? Wind? Using Focus Fire? It's not what you want, you know?
Tiny toss.
Poggers.
It does more damage with the grow, so hey, value. They're gonna head into the roast though, Ursa.
They know, they were not smoking. I think it's
They were smoked.
They were smoked?
Yeah, they smoked into the pit, but LTH's like, oh, I'm gonna quickly scout it out. Duster's dead.
It's a free kill.
Thank you. Roche is half HP. The rest of the Radiant, I mean, they don't have Ravage, which is 1+, but
they don't have Ravage. Yeah, but they can't fight. They just can't fight. Like, what NoPing's going to do? Just watch.
They could easily take it.
If SG moves the 5 heroes to the rush pit, NoPing's like, okay, guys, do whatever you guys want. I'm just leaving.
Yeah.
You know.
They just don't have anywhere close to the same team fight as SGS, especially around the Roche pit. Like Dream Coil, freaking Sharpshooter, Chain Frost. They're actually...
They smoke the reload bottom. They want to kill Hiko. He's dead.
Diffusal Blade, pretty useful. So the relocate.
But look at up, look at up, look at up.
Cancel the reload with RDO? Nope, they don't. They do not. And Duster takes RDO for a spin. Does lose his life. RDO dodges the Sharpshooter, but he is very much in trouble. Ooh, dodge it as much as he can. Gets taken down. KXY in the trees. Elmi shows here as well. He TPs through. The rest of the team rotating in. Suze, shackle shot, catches onto Leech. But still, they lose RDO for that. Parker's, in the meantime, free farming. Definitely not worthwhile.
And mid, Parker just taking a tower for free. Okay.
Not as fast as for the Manta as his Dusa did, but no, it's all pretty A-okay.
He just went for Treads and Manta on Dusa. This game he went for Wraith Band, Basilius, full stick. He would be on the same pace if he skipped those items.
So there are also some pretty big items coming up for NoPing side. That Ags is almost done on the Snapfire. You've got Elmisha with the Blink coming soon. He's almost got full max level Avalanche Toss. So there's definitely a lot of jump and like one-shot potential on the NoPing roster. But yeah, you mentioned a very important aspect of this game, and that's that pushing power is incredibly lackluster.
I'm surprised they take bottom tower, honestly.
Every coin helps.
I think this game, Parker just going to right-click creeps until he's like, okay guys, I'm just tired, let's kill some heroes. NoPing can't just run into Parker and kill him. They need to use everything to kill Parker. Everything. If Parker just manages to not use the shift.
True, but the plus side is even if he does shift and you have the Ursa draining his mana,
Mid?
like, it doesn't really do much. That was the saddest first attempt at the gobble. Okay. Pico just walks away. But they do have the blink being delivered onto Elmisha in a couple of seconds, so you gotta be careful for the toss back. RDO looking for LTH. Won't be able to spot him out in time. He's going to continue farming, but they do have, of course, that relocate available on the IO. They catch out Weege. Morphling's going to be the target. Shotgun comes out. Stay a little bit spread so you don't get destroyed by... Did he actually try to kill him with Lil Shredder at level 1? Are you kidding me?
You gotta try.
Your auto attack does pretty much more damage than your Lil Shredder.
Oh, Suits.
In mid, needs help. Snipe on top, and that is a dead little trade. And a big one. The Soothes, yeah, that's a 4-kill streak. Picked up by the Tide, who is one of the ones that was struggling.
Ephemeral masterpiece.
Suits so far away from the KB.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
I like the Thread's choice for Windrunner because the Zero has problems with the attack speed to farm. But I mean, on the regular way, he should just go for Javelin, casual Javelin, then BKB. But was going to take so much time. He has not much options, you know.
Marcus just continuing his free farm frenzy. Scotty is pretty much done. Butterfly next, so then you're gonna need the MKB, which as a win range, if you just had the Javelin, you could easily get that MKB. Would have been pretty neat. So this does, of course, enable his slightly faster farm, even though it's not like... I mean, it is faster farming regardless. Still is not the greatest farming tool in the world. The hero never really gets farmed. On both sides just always close, but not really going for those engagements. They find a player here and there, but the full-on team fights, of course, as NoPing should do, are being dodged for the most part.
Check the wards from SG. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 aggressive wards on the side of Dire. Look, it's completely dominated the region from the outpost. There's no way NoPing can approach them without they knowing.
Well, they know Roche is being taken. And that's Parker with the Aegis. Snipe on Sexy Fat as well. Added kill on top, and this is looking a little bit problematic.
Yeah. I think XY needed travel to fix bottom. Then SG can just play top and middle.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Parker actually did not finish his Manta, by the way. You skipped the Manta and went for the Scotty.
It's okay to skip Manta this game. Just go for Scotty so you have status and just do not feed to Ursa if she right-clicks you.
Oh, RDO.
Oh, they are tipping bottom?
Yeah, massive TPs.
Oh, run, guys.
Duster relocating. Silence. Oh, the silence from KXY. Ravage on top. KXY with the clutch silence. That was like 0.1 second away.
Big. Oh my god.
That he knew exactly what Dust was planning, and it completely backfired. Su's BKB is getting close. I mean, that's a very big moment in the game. Like, if he gets BKB, if the Ursa gets... Actually, he's not even going for BKB. Snapfire is obviously not going for BKB. I guess he's going to go for just, like, the blink/shard. In comes the Yeet. Avalanche toss on top with the kisses. And they finally managed to make the combo work. El Misho still has a blink, but doesn't have the mana for anything. Now he can toss, but... yeah, needs a decent amount more mana regen on the Tiny. They're gonna smoke out. Head across. Can they kill off Parker twice? That's gonna be a pretty rough case.
Oh, SG doesn't know.
Well, they do see the Observer Ward, and El Misho's heading that direction. Parker TP, Parker's gone.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
They are just chasing and goes. Then he just resets the map at TP top. They are going to take the top side of the map now.
They're dodging and weaving the entire time.
KXY have the travel now, so it's completely okay for him to just reset bottom every single time. The game is really good for SG right now. It's everything they want.
Well, bottom tier 2 will be pushed in. Top lane, Parker turns into a Tiny, gets a kill secured onto El Misho, and takes the tier 2 tower to boot.
Almost fly on Parker. He just got Scotty. What's going on?
He's a pretty decent player, or so I've been told. High ground push. He still has the Aegis for 2 minutes. Trying to pop that Aegis, but not wanting to really use too much. Parker, just die, please. Can't even gobble anything up on Sexy Fat because all the creeps are dead. And they are doing some pushing themselves.
Check bottom. Ursa trying to siege.
Yeah, they're trading at the moment.
Come on, Ursa!
Sexy Fat is being chased. Does pop the Aegis, but will most likely die immediately afterwards. Or El Misho doesn't have a target to toss Sexy Fat to, but actually... it's gonna get yeeted in on top. Get the control onto the Tide. They take him down. They're looking for more. Io did get immediately blown up. Weege is gonna be the distraction while the rest of the team disengage, and Weege will fall. But they're hunting for more. El Misho, nice toss-up coming in as well. And that is actually a pretty big change up here from NoPing. They did not expect it. And SG, they went a little bit too deep for that Sexy Fat kill.
The problem is that Tide died. If Tide was alive, Morphling was going to fight. So Tide just died. Morphling was like, okay guys, I'm out. I'm going to farm. I don't care. But I don't know. They use buyback on the Wisp. I think it's okay for NoPing. They need to use the BKB on the Wind Ranger right now. They need to make a good use. If they try to smoke, I think it's a good time for smoke and try to kill Morphling. They have the damage. They have BKB if SG try to respond, but Morphling has a butterfly.
Scanning for enemies.
Yeah, there's
He's going to buy some time.
Yeah, that's indeed going to be the big issue. You do have an MK, yeah, but it's going to take a while before they have their MKBs. They are 2 MKB building heroes though, Wind Ranger obviously and Ursa. Ursa also needs his BK. Like, Ursa needs a lot this game to be able to fight. KXY, Dream Coil onto 2. Suz pops his BKB, but a shackle shot onto LTA. Hoodwink is dead. Parker was the second one. Could have been actually a kill. He's going to charge in. Sexy Fat will be taken down. Parker was stunned there, and he was in most agi. So there was even a chance, but unfortunately the rest of NoPing wasn't really ready for the dive, for the great shackle shot from Suz. El Misho will be shackled in return by Parker. And that's the move you were talking about, of course. You can just turn into the Wind Ranger and get that evasion.
Yeah, it's really OP for Morphling.
Top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's still using the mask. He really wants the 7 HP regen.
Every little bit helps. Try and stay alive, because, I mean, the next items for Parker, BKB, and Daedalus. Bringing out all the right-click damage. Of course, E-Blade Morphling is pretty much dead after the changes, so don't really think we're going to see that one coming back. Oh, no. They do have full vision in the area, but I'm a little bit afraid. RDO and Duster. And just in general, NoPing, it's starting to look a bit rough for them. 5k behind is not the end in the world, but that Morphling of Parker is like all the net worth that they're behind is on Parker.
Parker has the advantage on the net worth right now, but if he shows up in a fight, the impact is really big, so it makes a difference. Ursa, it's not that big enough. He's behind Snapfire actually because she doesn't have BKB. I think it's just a matter of time as she's just waiting the BKB in the next version.
And there's definitely like a chance for NoPing because they do have like nasty initiation, but they need the vision advantage. And that's kind of where the problem is.
Yeah, they need to try to kill Morphling without the shift. They need to engage Morphling. And it's a hard engage, you know, you have Tide to help. Morphling has Scotty, BKB, and Butterfly. It's a tough target, you know.
Frost Shield as well from the Lich, which is always rough to deal with.
There's not much room for mistakes here from the side of NoPing.
They do have the Snapfire Blink now, so you do have a lot of lockdown. And they're going to go for the Yeet onto Parker, get the damage in. Do they burst him down? He pops the BKB in time. They already get rid of Dust, of course, doesn't have a buyback available. RDO, he's going to try to go for the TP attempt. Dream Skull, no, he's interrupted. Sexy Fat trying to bring the damage, but the Ravage RDO is dead.
Oh my god.
And the entire team is getting decimated. They need to disengage Soothes and El Misho running away. But look at who's just respawned. It is going to be the old classic Roshi boy with the Aegis Shard. And again, NoPing expects to be able to burst down the morph, but no way.
Did Snapfire just gobble up Ursa instead of Tiny?
Yep, he thought that Tiny would be able to stun lock him before, or at least burst him before he could do anything. But yeah, definitely need a lot of lockdown to make sure he doesn't pop anything.
Just look at the damage, oh my god.
God, Parker definitely deserves to be in Division 1. There's a backline jump. Shackle Shot onto Weege is dropping low, will be taken down. Elmisha's actually the one getting the kill. Shackle Shot comes out, but of course he's got that Kraken shell, so the Tide gets rid of it very quickly. Nice, nom nom. Yeets him back in fairly aggressively. Like Soothes, oh, we just saved you, and then, oh, you go back into the danger zone. But they're trying to go for Roche. Parker's actually very low in mana, so it is a pretty risky move.
They're just trying to spot a regen rune, so he don't need to go base, but so English sad for them. NoPing needs to try to sneak this Russian. No, they can't. They can't sneak the Russian, they have wards. The fight plan here for NoPing is really complex. Like, they need to engage Morphin properly, use the BKBs at the right timing, and make sure Morphin just gets bursted out of the fight. They can't commit any mistakes if they engage. Like, one single mistake and the fight is over. On top, they just tossed Ursa to Morphling, but there was no lockdown, so it doesn't matter.
If you had Abyssal, I'd be like, okay, makes sense, but you really need that Tiny stun. Or the Wind. You need anyone else but the Ursa and Io.
I usually like my trees to myself.
You can only gobble yourself up. That would be amazing. Well, a great moment to pause. Morphling is waveforming into the Roche pit. Yeah, this Roche might just be I mean, if this Roche gets won by SG, and with that, of course, the series, then we see SG back in Division 1. To be fair, you know, Parker is a player that needs to play Division. Without a shadow of a doubt. So with Infinity, he can definitely hold his own in that regard. But currently, let's see, Puck, he's got the E-Blade finish. He's going for the Dagon next, so full magic damage Puck. What else does the Radiant team have? We have Ghost Scepters being built up, Force Staffs and the likes, and Nullifiers are probably going to be necessity for NoPing as well, but they're just in the Roche pit. And they're not using the power shot to scout in the pit. Like, they're just taking Roche. Hello, guys.
The Roche is already dead.
Okay. Thank you. Aegis plus Shard. Parker. They're like, oh, we can catch the Hoodwink. Oh, Sue's in trouble. The toss back from El Misho
Oh, he
saving.
just tossed.
He popped the BKB as well. Dreamcoil on the back line. Sue's BKB about to end. He does have the skitter from his spooder legs to run away, but he's going to get caught out because, of course, Parker plays a Wind Ranger and he plays it pretty much as effective as the real one. And a double kill with no buyback available onto Sue's. Yeah, that was like... You have power shot. Why don't you just power shot Roche? Literally the only scouting tactic they had.
I don't think they were confident that they just melt the Roche like that. And I think we just saw a communication problem from NoPing again. A Suit just jump Hoodwink. Then here comes Tiny to toss back, but Suit uses his BKB.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a communication error coming out in NoPing in this series, and I mean that's top set of racks gone, mid set. Luckily they're still tier 2 bottom, but the net worth advantage is spiking up pretty quickly for the SG side, and well, can they hold on NoPing side? They do manage to take down LTH on the back line. El Misho does sacrifice his life for that, has a buyback available, forced out a buyback on LTH, so all the little things matter. RDO with the shard. Shackle shot does not fully connect. Oh no, Suze, that had to be a hit. The yeet forward, KXY dropping low, but the control coming in. Parker's going for the backsline, and Parker is just melting his opponents. He's going for the right click fight against RDO. Still has that Aegis available. Nice shackle shot, but unfortunately it's on the tide of all heroes. And they are... Oh, they find the Aegis, but if they popped him into the Roche pit, that might have actually been like a successful move. He yeeted him on top of Soothe.
Everyone is dead, Roche is dead. I don't think they can defend.
You can't do a lot with hopes and wishes. And they're just going to go for the finish here. They're looking to force NoPing down towards a relegation tiebreaker. Indeed, you heard it correctly. SG Esports are qualifying for Division 1 because NoPing get 2-0'd, and with that it is going to be SG Esports and Wolf Team heading up towards Division 1 next season. And honestly, Parker is a beast, a god. The man needs to be worshipped because he's pretty good.
Yeah. This guy is just playing outstanding.
Another game, check the graph, player net worth, and you see him like in a league of his own on that farming game. Just miles ahead. Miles. Oh, but what just happened here? It is